there. And then ultimately, I, from there, started my own firm and then ultimately partnered with who's now my husband.
Yeah. So I think this is so fascinating. At what point did you decide to start integrating the coaching aspect into your practice?
It was actually shortly after COVID happened, because
Changed everything.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was a forced slowdown for everybody.
Yeah.
Right. I had been litigating at that point for about 11 years or so.
Yeah.
Full time.
Serious experience under your belt.
Yeah. And there were a lot of like major life happenings that went on during that period of time. And I really felt like I was in survival mode up to that point so much. It was like always busy, if you will. I almost, anytime that someone would ask me like, oh, how are you? It's like, oh, so busy. Like it was just like a badge of honor that I was just so busy all the time. And excuse me, I honestly just got to the point where I was like, I am so sick of hearing myself say that I am busy. Like I, and with kids, and I had kids in the interim, and I was just feeling like I was pulled in a lot of directions. And really almost until COVID, like I had this impression that like I just couldn't slow down, just there's with the full family law caseload that I had and managing the law firm and the employees and doing all the stuff with the kids at home. And, I think a lot of us are pulled in a lot of different directions like that. And when COVID happened, it was the first time in my career that court closed. And so then all of a sudden, a lot of client problems, I was either trying to help them solve cooperatively with the other side, or we just had a table until court was reopened. And so it was an opportunity really to slow down and reevaluate, what do I really want to be doing, in the next 10, 20, 30 years. And I really had a realization that I did not want to continue to litigate full time until I retired or died behind my desk. So I actually, at that point, I was like, you know what, I need to figure this out. I need to figure out what the next step is for me. I had a sense like it was something, but I didn't know what it was. And I had at points in my career, like rebelled against staying in family law for the long term. But then I'd always come back to like the thought that it's just not possible for me to do something else at this point. Like I'm